Okay, we'll start our session. Let them join afterward. Okay. In last two lectures, we have started our new topic or second last topic of our robotics and artificial intelligence. Okay, which one? Vision system for artificial intelligence. With this topic already we have started from last two lectures where are discussing on same topic. Okay, we have seen the syllabus. Last time what we have covered, just we have seen the vision system components and we have just started the lighting techniques. Okay, out of that we have seen the backlight technique. Okay, today we will cover that and we will move to us next part of this one is the hierarchy of vision system and the hierarchy of sir have okay. We have today we are discussing about the remaining points of lighting techniques. Okay, and hierarchy of our vision system as well as we'll see we'll find the we'll find the difficulties in vision system. These three points today we will cover, and the next lecture, or if time permits, then we can start the image processing fundamentals. Okay, this part today will start. Again, we require two more lectures to finish this unit. Means we need near about 5 to 6 lectures. On that 6 lectures, we will finish this our vision system. Okay, first up we have seen why it is required vision in our machine, or the why it is needed this machine visions for our industries. Okay, आपल्याला machine vision ची काय गरज आहे इंडस्ट्री मध्ये तर to find the defective pieces or the defective parts. For that we require the vision systems. Okay, we can do that things with human also, but more precisely and more accurately we can do with this machine vision. ओके, मी आपल्याला मशीन विजन का गरजेचं आहे तर त्या ठिकाणी आपण जे काय आहे तर एखादा पार्ट डिफेक्टिव्ह पार्ट हे फाइंड आउट करण्यासाठी आपल्याला विजन सिस्टीम लागते. ओके, तेच आपण ह्युमनच्या सहाय्याने करू शकतो. ओके, ह्युमनच्या सहाय्याने जर केलं तर स्मॉल डिफेक्ट्स cannot be observed by the human, but machine cannot do such things. Okay, it will find smallest defect also from the object or the part. Okay, एकदम लहानात लहान जेवढा डिफेक्ट असेल तोही काय करू शकणार आहे तर आपण विजन सिस्टीमच्या सहाय्याने फाइंड आउट करू शकतो. Okay, what is the benefit if you find the defective pieces? Okay, our quality or the quality of the product goes on increasing. Okay, due to increasing quality, our we can say that brand or the product. Okay, where we have written that advantages of. Okay, here we have written if our inspection is done correctly, then obviously we can say that the market our product will in a good condition. Okay, next we have seen there are other tasks of vision system used in robots. Okay, which are those for inspection purpose, identification and visual surveying. For these many purpose we can use this vision system. After that we have seen the elements in a vision sensor. Okay, any sensor consists of these many components. One is the reflected light, okay, shutter, lens, sensor. Okay, this is whole part, it is known as, we can say that, camera, our camera, analog electronics timing. Okay, if you visited some Photoshopy or the, you will find, okay, one reflecting light and one camera, and inside that you will find these many components. ओके, तुम्ही जर एखाद्या फोटोशॉपला जर विजिट केलं असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी एक लाइटिंग असलेली अरेंजमेंट बघू शकता, आणि दुसरी म्हणजे काय तर एक कॅमेरा. तर कॅमेरामध्ये जे काय कॉम्पोनंट आहेत तर ते तुमचे कुठले असणार आहेत, तर ह्या सगळ्या कॉम्पोनंटच्या साहाय्याने कॅमेरा प्रिपेअर झालेला असतो. This already we have discussed in last lectures, as well as we have seen some analog cameras previously, that analog and digital cameras. Now we are using the digital cameras, but previously these Vidicon cameras or the analog cameras are we are using, and how that photos are generated, or negatives are first generating, and after that we are, okay, creating the actual photos. Okay, this already we have discussed in last lectures, as well as we have started some of the introductory part of machine vision system. Okay, and the major application of the machine vision. Okay, which are those? Measurement. Okay, measurement, you will find this machine vision in measurement, where in which machines you will find? In coordinate measuring machine. Okay, coordinate measuring machine, it is one machine is used to measure the three-dimensional objects of your part. Okay, three-dimensional objects, three-dimensional dimensions measure करण्यासाठी एखादा पार्टचे 3 डायमेन्शन मेजर करायचे असेल तर त्या केस मध्ये तुम्हाला काय करायला लागेल, तर you have to use that coordinate measuring machine. Inside that we are using the machine vision. Next one is the, we can use for counting purpose. Okay, means in food industries, to how many pouch or the products we are produces, to find that we require the this machine visions. Okay, म्हणजे एखादं चिप्स मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री असेल आणि तुम्हाला त्यामधले जर, you have to find out the number of pockets or chip boxes you have manufactured. Okay, it is in this case we need this machine vision. Okay, manually also we can count, but if it is mass production, then it is very difficult to measure with the help of human. Okay, in that case we need such techniques. Again, to find the location of any components, in robotics we can find the location of that one, we need this machine vision. Okay, and decoding, we have seen last time, I have shown you one example, one video, inside that you have understood, okay, that how that decoding process means, in market if you find number of products, on that product at the side of price, okay, or the labeling of price, on that labeling some codes are written. Okay, that it may be QR code or the barcodes. To read that barcodes we need the machine visions. Or simple example, if I tell you, the if you have visited our library, okay, तुम्ही जर लायब्ररी मध्ये विजिट केलेलं असेल तर त्या, तुम्ही जर एखादं बुक घेत असाल तर त्या ठिकाणी एक बारकोड तुम्ही त्या ठिकाणी बघू शकता. Okay, and that to read that barcode, okay, that library person having the one instrument, okay, that is nothing but our vision, machine vision instrument, we can say that. Okay, depend upon that barcode we can read that. Okay, त्या बारकोड नुसार आपण काय करू शकतोय, तर रीड करू शकतोय की हे जे काही बुक आहे तर कुणाच्या नावे अलोकेट झालेलं आहे, किंवा कॉस्ट ऑफ दॅट बुक अँड ऑथर अँड the name of that book. Okay, these many things it is written in that barcode. We can easily read with the help by decoding that code. Okay, they decode करून आपण त्या ठिकाणी यूज करू शकतो. नेक्स्ट वी हॅव सीन बेनिफिट्स. ओके, बेनिफिट्स आपण बघितलेले. Okay, if I use this machine vision system, okay, bad parts we can remove, although we can say that defective parts we can remove from the that. Okay, due to that cost reduction we can do that, as well as company reputation goes on increasing. Okay, last time we have discussed this one also. Benefits of machine vision. Okay, and components of machine vision system, which are those? Okay, lightning, lens, sensor, vision processing, and the communication. Okay, out of that, just first part we have started lightning. Okay, there are different types of lightning techniques are there. Okay, generally it is classified into the two types of lightning. Okay, one is the dark light, and another one is the bright lighting. Okay, out of that, the one more thing is it is backlight. Okay, to clearly visualize any object or to take photo of that any component clearly photo if you want to take, then in that case you require this backlighting techniques. Okay, in backlighting, okay, this one is the object in diagram you can observe here. This above part is our camera. Okay, in front of camera our component is placed, and below this component we have attached one electric light source. Okay, when we pass this when we start this electric light, okay, the total reflection of this object is captured with this camera, and you will find the holes or the inside that defects, okay, with the help of this backlight technique. Okay, ह्याच्यासाठी आपण त्या ठिकाणी find out करू शकतो. Okay, last time also we have discussed related to this. Next one is the, again we have discussed there are two more methods. One is the bright field and another one is the dark field light technique. Now bright field or the full bright field, it is classified into certain parts. Okay, which are those? The कुठले कुठले तर त्या ठिकाणी तर बघूया. तर hemispherical diffused lighting, the bright field lighting, it is classified into the these many types. Which are those? Hemispherical diffused light system. Okay, what is mean by hemispherical? Means the shape of that lighting, it is like a hemisphere. And diffused means, okay, might be you have seen in physics diffused lighting or the diffuse means generating number of rays, okay, or the light sources. And this concept you will find in where you will find such systems in movies or recording of any or the taking photo of any object. Then we require this hemispherical. Why it is required? Because it will produce, okay, complete lightning to the object. Okay, the object la complete lightning provide त्या ठिकाणी करू शकेल hemispherical diffuse light. If it is not hemispherical, then how we can observe that complete object? Or the might be this type of lightning you have seen in your okay Photoshop. Okay, जे काही फोटो काढतात तर त्या केस मध्ये जर तुम्ही गेला असेल तर तुमचा फोटो काढताना समोरच्या साइडला अशा टाइपचे हेमिस्फेरिकल डिफ्युजर लाईट तुम्ही त्या ठिकाणी बघू शकता. ओके, मीन्स To get cleared image, we require these techniques. Okay, diffuse light technique, hemispherical diffuse light technique. A diffuse or full bright field light is most common used in shiny spherical or the mixed reflectivity samples where even but multi-directional light is needed. Several implementation of diffuser light are generally available, but they are three primary types with hemispherical domain or cylindrical or on-axis being the most common diffuser dome light are effective at light curved spherical surfaces commonly found in automation industry. Okay, this technique also it is used in industries, automation industries, where we can use the robots. In that case we can use such lighting techniques. Okay, अशा टाइपच्या lighting technique ही आपण त्या ठिकाणी use करू. As well as you will find, okay, best example you will find in Photoshop. Okay, Photoshop मध्ये गेला तर तुम्हाला त्या ठिकाणी अशा टाइपचे जे काय डिफ्युजर लाईट किंवा डिफ्युजर लाइटिंग टेक्निक केलेली असेल तर तुम्ही किंवा एखादं पिक्चरचं शूटिंग बघितलं असेल तर अशा टाइपचे जे काय हेमिस्फेरिकल डिफ्यूज लाइटिंग टेक्निक्स दे आर युजिंग फॉर क्लिअर इमेज. ओके, प्रोड्युसेस फॉर क्लिअर इमेजेस. Okay, next, diffused or the on axis diffused light. Okay, on axis diffused light, inside that, okay, you will find there is one axis. Along that axis, okay, you will find this one is the object, and here our light source is there. Okay, ह्या ठिकाणी एक light source आहे and one plate, reflective plate I have attached. Okay, and above this I have attached one camera. This one is the our mechanical component or the any component, or the you can consider yourself as this component. Okay, तुमचा फोटो काढायचा सपोज हा तुम्ही काय आहे तर तुम्ही consider करा. Next, this one is the light source, this one is the camera and reflecting plate. When we start our light, it will move to this other, it will pass to this reflector plate and it will reflect at 90 degree and it will focus the our object or your focus your face. Okay, तुम्ही जर असेल तर तुमच्या फेस वरती काय केलं जाईल तर फोकस केलं जाईल. Okay, and after that it will capture the image. तो काय करेल तर कॅप्चर करेल. On axis lights work in a similar fashion or flat samples true particularly effect at enhancingly differentially angled textured or topographic features on relatively flat objects. To be effective, diffuse light, particularly dome variant, required close proximity to the sample. Okay, again these are mostly we can use for the close objects. Okay, if you see the setup of this one, it is as compared to this one is the again complicated. Next one is the third type of this one is the flat diffused lightning. Okay, it is under the full brightening field technique. Inside that, okay, okay, this one is our object, how object hai, and here number of light sources are attached. Okay, and that light source, if you start that, it will start the diffusing that light and it will cover the maximum area, and after that this camera will take the picture of this one. A useful property of axial diffuse lighting is that in this case, rather than rejecting or the avoiding glare, you may actually take advantages of glare if it can be isolated specifically to uniquely define the features of interest required for the consistent and robust inspection. Okay, means we can clearly the curved surfaces we cannot observe with this flat diffuse, but this hemispherical diffuse we can observe clearly. Okay, next one is the partial bright field or the directional light. In this, okay, this one is the light source, object, and camera. In partial bright field, okay, when we pass the light from light source, it will strike to the object and it will capture the camera. Okay, similar best example of our, okay, you can consider our sun. Okay, it will project the light to earth and it will capture the camera. Okay, this one general taking picture, okay, or your mobile camera is doing on same fashion. Okay, म्हणजे त्या ठिकाणी जर मोबाईल कॅमेरा जर बघितला असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी काय होतं, तर सपोज आपण उभारलेलं असेल तर जे काही सन रेज आहेत आपल्यावरती रिफ्लेक्ट होणार आहेत अँड इट विल कॅप्चर द कॅमेरा. Partial bright field lighting is the most common used in vision lighting technique, is the most familiar lighting used every day, including sunlight. Okay, that only I have now discussed. This type of lighting is distinguished from full bright field in that it is a directional, typically from a point source, and because of its directional nature, it is a good choice for generating contrast, enhancing topographic details. It is much less effective, however, when used on axis which specular surface, generating the familiar hotspot reflection. And this one is the general method which we are using. Okay, it cannot we can say that the production cost of this photo is less because if you take मोबाईल फोटोज जर बघितलं तर त्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला अशी अरेंजमेंट काय गरज आहे का, लाइटिंग सोर्स. ओके, त्या ठिकाणी ऑलरेडी आपल्याकडे लाईट सोर्स, एवढा मोठा लाईट सोर्स आहे सन ऍज अ लाईट सोर्स, अँड ओनली जस्ट वी हॅव टू टेक द पिक्चर ऑफ सराउंडिंग. Okay, and the last one is the dark field lighting. Dark field lighting is peripherals, the least well understood of all technique, although you do use this technique in everyday life. For example, the use of automobile headlight release on the light incident at low angle on the road surface, reflecting back from the small surface imperfection and also nearby objects, means similar to our car. Okay, car having two lights. Okay, it will reflect and you can see that. ज्या पद्धतीने आता एक तुम्ही कार चालवताय, सपोज कारला दोन समोरच्या साईडला लाईट असतात, ते जर लाईट, ओके, हॅव्हिंग सम अँगल, दॅट लाईट हॅव्हिंग सम अँगल, ओके, इफ सम ऑब्स्टेकल इज देअर देन इट विल रिफ्लेक्ट टू यू. ओके, एखादा ऑब्स्टेकल आला तर ते काय होणार आहे, तर रिफ्लेक्ट होणार आहे, यू कॅन कॅप्चर दॅट इमेज. ते इमेज तुम्ही त्या ठिकाणी कॅप्चर करता. सिमिलरली dark field lighting can be subdivided into circular and linear or directional type, the former requiring a specific light head geometry design. This type of lighting is characterized by low or medium angle of light incident, typically requiring close proximity, particularly for the circular light head varieties. Okay, just we will see one video related to that. Okay, lightning technique, they have given best examples. Just I will play that.
So you're an online seller and you use all possible modes.
Welcome again to Microscan's Machine Vision Lighting Training Series. This presentation will discuss machine vision lighting geometry. Geometry defines how lighting will behave in a given application. It can be controlled by the shape, size, and position of a light source. In this presentation, we'll cover the basic concepts of lighting geometry. When light strikes an object, its energy remains constant and is distributed in different ways. A solid object will typically reflect light in a specular or diffuse manner, while a translucent material will absorb light. Absorbed light can be both emitted from the material and transmitted through the material, or alternately converted to heat energy. There are three basic types of reflections: specular, diffuse, and spread.
Now it is
A
visible.
smooth mirror-like surface reflects light away from a camera in a specular fashion. A rough texture scatters light back toward a camera in a diffuse fashion. The combination of both effects is referred to as a spread reflection. A piece of paper could either be specular or diffuse, or most likely a combination of the two. If you can imagine a glossy label, it would have highly specular properties, whereas standard printer paper has much more of a matte finish and would reflect light in a diffuse manner. Now let's explore the concept of the W. If we draw lines from a hypothetical point of a lens to the widest point of a field of view, we create a viewing angle. If we symmetrically reflect that viewing angle once more, we create a W shape. The W shape defines two fundamental zones of illumination: bright field within the W and dark field outside of the W. The position of a light source will determine what type of lighting will result. Bright field illumination creates high contrast, but typically must be diffuse and uniform to avoid specular hotspots from light reflecting back directly into the camera. In this example, placing the light source within the bright field zone illuminates the face of the part and creates contrast against the desired feature. Because the desired features are facing the camera, whereas the background may not be, light is directly reflecting and showing. Once again, the position of light source will determine what type of lighting will result. A light source outside of the W reflects light away from the camera. The majority of dark field illumination reflects away from the camera, while only desired feature textures will reflect diffuse light back to the camera. In this example, placing the light source within the dark field zone illuminates only elevated features of the part. A clear outline of the engraving is then captured by the camera. When dealing with challenging applications, such as inspecting print on wrinkled foil, the solid angle of light coverage is critical. When referring to a solid angle, the goal is typically to provide uniform lighting within the angle. The degree of coverage is application dependent. In this example, wide angle light coverage provides an area of uniform light in both the bright and dark field zones. The result is superior contrast as seen in the bottom right example. In conclusion, lighting geometry goes hand in hand with analyzing the features of a part. Understanding the basic principles of lighting.
I hope you understood that one. Okay, how that lighting techniques. Okay, one more with us. Just I'll play that one.
The holiday season is on, and for the first time, you can get the Buddy Boss theme, Platform Pro, and app.
Welcome to Machine Vision Lighting. Effective lighting and additional considerations. Machine vision lighting is the component of the vision system that illuminates a part or feature. Cameras do not actually see objects. They see light reflected from objects. Proper lighting is critical in creating accurate and reliable results. In this example, on the left, we see the result of uncontrolled ambient room light on a wrinkled piece of film. Printed characters are barely visible in the image. On the right, we see how using a proper CVI illuminator creates superior contrast and an expiration date can be clearly seen on the foil. The basic elements needed to create an image are a camera, a part, and some type of illumination light source. Choosing a light source is dependent on your application and inspection environment. Illumination light sources can be anything from light-emitting diodes or LEDs, fluorescent bulbs, incandescent bulbs, or even sunlight in some applications. Microscan uses LEDs exclusively for reliable solid-state performance that offers superior thermal manageability in both continuous and strobe applications. Variations in part features dictate what type of illumination is required. The goal is to maximize contrast on desired features and minimize it on the rest of the image. Lack of feature contrast results in greater processing time and effort. In this example, on the left, we see how a ring light needs varying contrast throughout the image and does not create any contrast on feature edges. On the right, we see how a backlight provides consistent contrast throughout the image and feature edges are clearly defined. In these additional examples, on the left, we see the effect of improper lighting on 3 different parts. On the right, we see the effects of proper lighting. With proper lighting, the 2D data matrix, bulb filament, and engraving on metal can be clearly seen with high contrast. When creating contrast, changing the lighting geometry will affect the results. Both dark and light features should be considered in order to optimize contrast. Complex parts with challenging features may require a specialized lighting technique to create feature contrast. It's important to observe the effects of lighting on the part feature. In this example, we see how different colored parts can reflect different amounts of light back to the camera. These variations can sometimes be used to identify the color of a part.
Okay, the voice is very low. Just go through it. Okay, I will provide these links to you. You will understand, no problem. Next, next part of this one is the consideration for a optimum lighting or we can say that illumination solution. Okay, for to take any photograph or to record any video, we require the light or the reflecting light, or we can say that for a optimum lighting, how we can decide. Okay, for that we have to use this certain criteria: immediate inspection environment, ambient light contribution, sample light interaction, color analysis, sample composition and transmit, fluorescent IR polarizer, and illuminating lightning technique. Okay, with the help of these many consideration, we can consider the optimum lighting technique. Okay, you have to select the depend upon color analysis. Means if you focus more light, the color of any, if it is a red color, it may be due to more focus, it may be changes, and you will record different color on that photograph. Like we have seen lightning techniques like dark field or the bright field. Decide as per the convenience, okay, which will better for you. Okay, depend upon that, you have to choose that one. Next one is the next part of this is the hierarchy of a vision system. Okay, hierarchy, or simply we can say that steps of a vision system. Okay, it is generally it is classified into the 3 steps. Okay, which are those? One is the low level, intermediate level, and high level. Okay, this hierarchy, it will represent the how that photograph or the any functional vision system it works. Okay, first one is the in low level. If you find, suppose raster image. Okay, after that pattern recognition, specific object, stereo, depth map, feature extraction, line grouping. After that, lanes, curves, and lines, curve, and regions. This comes under the low level of vision hierarchy. In intermediate, you will find labeling, objects, and recognition. Okay, this it will comes in the intermediate level in the hierarchy of a vision system. And in high level, functional description, it will come under the high level of hierarchy of the vision system. Okay, in this diagram you will understood. Okay, low level, intermediate level, high level. It is differentiated with the help of this dotted line. Okay, dotted line signing differential. The collection of a process involving in a visual perception are often perceived as a hierarchy spanning the range from low via intermediate to high level vision. Okay, next, just we will discuss about the low level vision. In low level vision, if you follow the sequence of steps from image formation to image acquisition, okay, etc., described above, along with the extraction of certain physical properties of the visible environment, such as depth, three-dimensional shape, object boundaries, surface material properties, can be classified as a process of a low vision. Okay, inside this, in low vision, okay, it is in this low vision process, image formation to image acquisition. Okay, this process is occurred. In this process, okay, it will record the depth, three-dimensional shape, object boundaries. It will find in the this low level vision. Okay, in intermediate level, in this level, objects are recognized and 3D scan are interpreted using features obtained from the low vision. Means here that image, it is scanned with 3D scanned, and data which are produces, it will interpreted in the intermediate level. This intermediate level processing is fundamentally concerned with the grouping entities together. The simplest case in is when one group pixel into the lines. One can then express the line in a functional form. Similarly, if the output of the low level information is a depth map, one may further need to distinguish object boundaries or other characteristics. Okay, this is the process it is done. Just remember that it will convert that image into the 3D scan. It will do image processing and it will interrupt the data, required data for our images. Okay, it is that process, it is done in our intermediate level vision. And third one is high level vision. In high level vision, which is equivalent to image understanding, is concerned mainly with the interpretation of a scan in the term of object in it, and is usually based on a knowledge of specific objects and relationships. It is concerned primarily with the interpretation and use of information in the image rather than the direct recovery of the physical properties. Means here also you will find the after interpretation, the conversion of that objects, we can say photograph, it is done in this high level vision and it is carried forward. Okay, this is about the low level, high level, intermediate level and high level. Okay, this is the functions of these three, and it is that functioning, it is done with the help of these steps. Okay, these are the some hierarchy of our vision system. Next part is the difficulties in the vision and remedies. Okay, which are the difficulties? Okay, in vision system, suppose एखादा तुम्ही फोटोग्राफ काढायचा आहे तर त्यासाठी कुठल्या कुठल्या डिफिकल्टीज हे आपल्याला अंडरस्टूड करून घेतले पाहिजे. तर त्यासाठी पहिली आहे डिफिकल्टी, अ विजन सिस्टीम कॅनॉट युनिकली रिप्रेझेंटेड ऑर प्रोसेसेस. ओके, कुठलीच सिस्टीम द विजन सिस्टीम ही युनिक असणार नाही. ओके, इट मे बी हॅव्हिंग सम डिफरन्स. ओके, इफ यू टेक द एक्झाम्पल ऑफ आवर मोबाईल्स ओनली, द एव्हरी or representation or the process of that vision system is not same. प्रत्येक कॅमेरेची विजन सिस्टीम ही सारखीच नसणार. ओके, इट मे बी चेंजेस और द व्हॅरीज. ओके, इफ यू टेक द एक्झाम्पल, some smartphones having the we can say that camera of 4 megapixel, or the we can say that now it is 10-12 megapixels, but previously we can say that it is 4 or 2 megapixels. You will find, means every camera with a different specification, we can say that simply. And there is no any unique representation in this camera having this or this vision system having this process. All available data, because of computational problem, memory, processing time requirement imposed on the computer, therefore the system must compromise. Okay, other problem includes variation of light, part size, part placement, and the limitation in dynamic ranges available in typical vision sensors. Okay, again it is depend upon the size also, and size of camera, placement of camera. Okay, next one is the vision system requires specialized hardware and software. Okay, so if you see the with if you want to take any photograph, then you must require that camera. If you say camera consists of, okay, camera having different hardware as well as the software. Okay, तुम्ही जर मोबाईल बघितला तर मोबाईल आणि कॅमेरा सेम आहे का, तर त्यामध्ये जर बघितलं असेल तर मोबाईल इज डिफरंट हार्डवेअर अँड मोबाईल इज डिफरंट हार्डवेअर. तुम्ही जर त्याला ओपन केला तर पाठीमागच्या साईडने बघू शकता की मोबाईलचं जे काय कॅमेरा आहे तर तो वेगळा आहे, आणि तुमचे जे काही प्रोसेसिंग करणारे जे इक्विपमेंट्स आहेत मोबाईलचे तर ते सेपरेट आहेत. ओके, अँड as well as it requires the separate software. ओके, आता जर तुम्ही मोबाईल मध्ये बघितलं तर कॅमेरा हा सेपरेट सॉफ्टवेअरचा सेटअप असलेला तुम्हाला इनबिल्ट फीचर्स तुम्हाला बघायला मिळेल. ओके, ते सेपरेट सॉफ्टवेअर असणार, दुसरं कुठलं असं सॉफ्टवेअर नसेल की त्या ठिकाणी ते साईडने आपण यूज करेल. ओके, दिस इज वन मोर डिफिकल्टी वी कॅन से दॅट, means we require hardware and software, special hardware and software for any vision system. But since this approach requires image processing experts, it is only of interest to user who wish to retain the responsibility of image interpretation. Next, when higher resolution system, color system, or multiple camera system are considered, data handling requirement become astronomical. Several methods can be used to reduce the amount of data handled and therefore processing time. They are explained as follows. Okay, means if you take the digital cameras now having more pixels, okay, high resolution means having more pixels inside that. आता त्यामध्ये जर बघितलं तर त्या ठिकाणी जर तर एखादी, if you take the picture of mobile camera, and the same picture you can take with the help of your digital camera. Okay, or that which one camera you are most famous, we can say that Canon, such cameras. If you take that photograph and same mobile photograph, and if you compare these two, the size you will find different. Okay, मोबाईल काढलेला असेल तर it may be having 10 KB, 20 KB, and if you take the same photograph with that Canon camera, okay, you will get the 200 KB or the 200 MB such specification you will find. Means we can say that the depend upon the resolution also it will change. Okay, Suppose one approach is binary vision, which is used when only black and white information is processed. Okay, in binary vision, a picture converted into binary image by thresholding. Okay, if you see, this one is the initial image, and this black and white image, it is converted by with the help of this binary code. Okay, by using this threshold. In thresholding, a brightness level is selected. All data with intensities equal to higher than this value are considered white, and all other levels are considered black. Okay, means this high intensity values are considered white and the other all considered as a white. If threshold goes on increasing, if it is increasing threshold by 30%, you will see this image and these two images having some difference. या दोन्ही images मध्ये तुम्हाला काय असणार आहे तर difference असलेलं त्या ठिकाणी बघू शकता. Means it will increase some the picture quality of the whiteness, it is increased, you will find. Next, another method of shortening process time is to control object placement so object interest cannot overlap in the image. Again, a third approach reduces data handling by processing only a small window of actual data. That is, the object is located in a predefined field. Okay, it is located in the predefined field of a view. For example, if the robot is looking for a mark on the printed circuit board, the system can be held in such a way that the mark is always in the upper right corner. Okay, and one last thing is a fourth approach takes a statistical sample of data, making decision on this data sample. Unfortunately, all these approaches ignore some of the availability data and in effect produce a less robust system. Processing time is saved, but some type of complex object cannot be recognized. Okay, means complex object, it is difficult to take the photograph, means all the parameters cannot be covered with single image. Okay, the complexity of that object is more. Okay, this is about the remedies and difficulties in the vision system. Remedies and difficulties of vision system. Okay, next one is the steps in image sensing and the processing. Okay, we will start this image processing and sensing. Now, might be time is over. If you have any problem in this, you can ask. Otherwise, you can write your roll number in chat box and you can leave the meeting, no problem. Okay, we will finish 2 to 3 lectures we need to finish this now our this unit. In evening we will take this and we will finish up to certain level. If you have any problem, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave the meeting. No problem at all. Evening, we will take one more lecture and we will almost 70% we will cover, and the remaining part we will cover in the next lecture. Okay, if you have written roll numbers, you can leave, no problem at all.